FTB Film Study is brought to you by the sports medicine specialists at Concierge Medical Associates. Whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite level athlete, let Dr. Stephen Murphy and his board-certified team of specialists keep you at the top of your game. Schedule an in-person or remote consultation at conciergemedical.ai.
What's up, guys? Today, we're back. The season's here. Penn State, West Virginia. Let's talk about why they hired Andy. Offense coordinator wanted to get explosive plays, and that's what we got. Let's talk about game plan. Let's talk about simplicity. Let's talk about smoke and mirrors and formations. Let's talk about using two quarterbacks. It's pretty fun to watch. Hey, guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, hit comment. We'd love to answer questions. Hope you enjoy.
So let's go ahead and take a look at the explosive plays that Andy Kotelnicki brought to Penn State week 1 against West Virginia. People are talking about what we've missed. And guess what, guys? We've missed this. So let's talk about some easy stuff right now. So this is one of the first plays of the game for Penn State where they really started to open some things up. So earlier in the year, if you ever looked at like a lot of Kotelnicki stuff and you look at Yurcich's stuff before, they would run a lot of zone read, right, where they'd bring this guy through, they'd run zone, and they would take this guy to the flat, all right, and the quarterback would read this guy, and he would just throw the flat route. Well, West Virginia was most definitely ready for that, and they jumped themselves into what they call a two trap, where they bail the safety here, and they take the corner down into the flat to take away this H back to the flat. So I want you to see what happens. He still rides the fake, okay, so this guy can come free off the edge. Well, the problem is that trap isn't working right now because now you got a two release by number 1 here, and watch how he throws this little hole shot right here. This is a beautiful ball by Drew, but I want you to see as he opens himself up right here, watch how he 1, 2, 3, the receiver just kind of bends it out and just kind of dies down because he can't throw him high because there's a safety sitting and this guy's in trap 2. That's a perfect ball. That's an easy 20-yard gain. So here's what I want to show you here. So this is a quads to the boundary. All right, you got a single side receiver to the field. And so what he's going to do right now is he's going to bring this guy into motion right here. Notice that how they're playing this. They're in a zone concept. And he's trying to attack this part of the field right here. So as he takes Nick Singleton all the way into the flat, he's going to get the receiver to push himself vertically. So watch. This guy presses himself out. That means that this guy right here is going to have to go vertical as a presence. Notice what happens. Notice he goes vertical on a presence, and he sits in the window and forces Singleton to the edge, which allows a very, very simple, easy read for the quarterback. Just a high-low flat read. We're just reading the flat area, okay? All we're doing is reading the forced defender, which is this guy right here. Easy pitch, catch, 15 yards. Let's move on with our lives. These are chunk plays that we've been missing at Penn State for the past few years. So here's one right here. I thought this is a good one to look at. You see a lot of motion, okay? And really what he's doing in this motion is he's trying to determine what coverage this is. And so what this is a one high coverage, okay? So I want you to look at it, okay? So the read on this play is this safety right here. So this is how the play works. This is called scissors because the receivers who are stacked have to scissor themselves inside and outside, okay? And so here's how this works. The number 1 receiver is going to press vertically, and he's going to take this safety, and he's going to run, and he's going to press, and then he's going to break to the outside on this safety. The number 2 guy is going to run what we call vapor trail behind number 1, and he's going to break this thing as soon as he sees number 1 break his, he's going to break underneath to the post. Well, this is a really easy read for the quarterback because it's a one high read. So all he's reading is the safety, and he's just going to read his hips. So watch, as he opens up off a play action, he doesn't have to worry about anything underneath because of the play action work, and he just drills this ball onto the scissors concept, okay? So let me show it to you from the end zone. So look at the quarterback's looking at, okay? He's looking at one high. He sees this guy right here. After the motions, it's been determined. He knows what to expect. So now number 3 is going to press himself up into a scissor. 6 is going to run vapor trail inside, and he's going to stay nice and tight because he can't go too far tight. So as this guy goes vertical, he opens his hips, he sees the corner drop. So now he's just going to throw that open window right here. Watch how the number 1 receiver takes both out. Number 2 receiver, as soon as that breaks, he's off the vapor trail of his tail, but that ball is already out right there. Look at that ball. That right there that's something a lot of people can't throw. But really what was impressive to me was the timing of his throw. Notice how the ball's out before he ever breaks into that scissor part of the post. And so again, another really big play, but it was something simple, something that was easy, just really was fancied up with smoke and mirrors with motions and movements and things like that. Okay, so here's one for you. Let's look at the number one receiver. Okay, so you've got inside leverage. You're playing it about 8 yards off. The receiver is going to press himself. He's going to press hard, and he's going to run a speed cut. All right, this is an old run and shoot concept right here. And they're just going to run the speed cut to the edge. But really what's impressive is look at the protection up front. You know, this is a really cool concept because it's just a true one-on-one. But what I think what makes this play right here is just looking at this pocket. Look at how clean this is. Look at the quarterback. Remember we talked about last year how he was really struggling with pocket presence and feeling uncomfortable? Well, guess what? That pretty little ball he threw right there, look at his feet. Watch his feet set. He got his hips around. Look at the hips. This is something I feel like he's missed previously, but see how he throws his hips at his target and gets his towel facing his target? So when that ball is released, that thing is released with velocity and in a perfect position. I could not ask for anything better. All right, this is the one where they run Katron Allen into the middle of the field, and he just runs out, and it's a wide open play. And people are like, well, why is it so open? Well, there's a couple reasons. All right, so number one, you can tell by the way these routes are being run by the receivers is it's a fade, a slot fade, okay? And this guy right here is just trying to wall this guy, and he's running a dig. This is designed, if he sees man press, he's going to throw with one of these deep concepts right here. If he doesn't, he's going to take what we call the hunt route or the old school running back option route on the man playing the middle of the field. And this is an easy read. Watch. He looks it off. He sees them in a too high shell and dump off right here. And that's it. Just get your best playmaker the ball in space as fast as you can. You've got yourself a really good, successful play. Watching it from the end zone. And some of the TV guys talked about it, but I didn't really like the way they explained it. So you can see what the quarterback's looking at right here. He sees too high shell. All right, so he knows he's not going to throw these fade routes, right? So you look at 3 right here. Slot fade, he's holding. All right, so you don't like either one of these. Well, then if that means that happens, that means you've got 4 over the top. That means you only have so many guys in the middle. And so what he's going to do is he's going to run an old A choice, A option route right here over the middle, and he's going to take himself into a play, and he's got himself success. These are super simple, easy reads, but again, it goes back to making it simple for the quarterback so that he can be successful in the offense that Andy Kotelnicki is going to have him set up for. All right, so another one right here I really like, okay? So now you get a trip look. This is just a back shoulder fade at the top of the screen, and it does not get any better than what I saw on this play. Look at the ball. He takes it out. Watch his hips. Watch the towel. Wham. Towel's at his target. You know he's going to be accurate. Watch how he throws. Look at the timing. He's running for the ball. He opens his hips. It's a back shoulder throw. Oh, that's disgusting. Look at it. So I like the way they talked about it, but what was really impressive to me was the protection. This was a 6-man blitz. All right, with the guy late. So again, you've got Singleton who's going to leak out, so this linebacker is going to try to grab him. Because honestly, if he didn't have this, he had this, okay? So it was just a man. They're bringing the house. We got to make a ball, right? And so again, his read is 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of coaches, especially me, teach this. If I'm about to throw that ball in my third fast step, if I can see the receiver's numbers on the back of his jersey, I'm going to throw a back shoulder right at the back of his head. If that jersey is in front and I can't see it, then I throw him over the top. So he sees it. He just throws it right at the back of his head. He's not trying to lead him to anything. He's just trying to throw a shoulder where he can go get the ball, turn around, and catch it. That is exactly what everybody feels like they've been missing when it comes to explosive passing offense, really. So we show this one early. I want to show you this because, again, it's the middle of the play. But I want you to see something that I really like. It's the hurry-up tempo. And a lot of teams call this money play. What they do is they get on the ball immediately, especially if they see them in like a personnelling change. They get on the ball as fast as they can. They get on the ball, and they run like an empty set, like a 3-by-2. West Virginia was struggling getting guys on the field at this point in time, and all he's going to do is he's going to throw a screen to whichever side he likes, the 3 side or the 2 side. That's all he was trying to do. And so, really, he had what he wanted, and this was just a slant. This is a now screen here, and so he just threw the easiest ball. But again, it goes back to tempo. It's changing the levels. He didn't, he wasn't trying to formation to death or anything like that. He was just trying to get him on the ball, find the guys. You can see him screaming right here, looking for people. Hey, get over here, get over here. He gets over late. It's too late. They can't make a play. And now you've got yourself, again, an easy 10 yards. Okay? And so here we go. Here's one right here. This is just a simple run play. But what makes this play successful is it's smoke and mirror. Look at the receiver. He's going to go to orbit motion. And that's going to pull this backer out of the box. Boom. All right, so that's one less guy to worry about in the run game. So now they're going to run good old-fashioned GT counter. Stands for guard, tackle, counter. And I want you to see some very, very, very good blocking here. Let's watch from the end zone. I want to show you something. So again, I had shown you previously what I was talking about, but I want to show you my drawings and not necessarily the TV drawings. Okay, so the rule is gap and back. So you've got gap back. Okay, you two are going to double team this guy to, it should be that guy, but he doesn't even show face. The tight end is going to climb to the next thing he sees, which is probably going to be the safety. The guard is going to come kick the outside man, and then the tackle is going to wrap around for the first thing he sees. So that means one guy has to make this play. So watch how it happens. He sees the wash. These two get a double team because they don't have to leave because that linebacker left with the motion. You've got a guy who doesn't do a very good job of squeezing the field. This is a really poor job by West Virginia. That guy should be squeezing. He doesn't squeeze. The guard gets the kick. Wham! Ooh, that's dirty. Okay. Then you've got the tackle wrapping around, and he's going to, now the rule is linebacker has to wrong shoulder this so that it goes back inside. Well, guess what? He does, but the tight end had gotten to the safety, and the safety couldn't fit because if you look, it's supposed to fit like this right here, okay? This guy should go here. This guy should go here. He's got this. He's got this. Well, they won the gap because the tight end got work on the safety, and the double team by the right tackle and right guard took that 3 all the way down to the other side of the hash. Okay, my favorite play in the world, wide zone. Except they're doing this out of an unbalanced set because West Virginia was in a man-to-man setting. You can see man-to-man. That means that this guy right here has the B-back. This guy right here has the running back, okay? And so what they're doing is it's just an old 3-4 defense. It's a 3-4 man-to-man, okay, and they're going to play it. But I'm going to show you, again, I'm going to show you this view, but I'm an end zone guy, okay? So it's real simple. I don't like the way they talk, okay? Let's talk combos. This guy is going to work here with 26. You've got a combo between the right guard and right tackle to the linebacker, left guard and center to the backside backer. Now, this is what makes the play. If the tackle can get the edge, that means that you have built a wall. And watch how fast he builds this wall in this play. They open up, wham! Uh-oh. It's over now. You've got this and you've got this. So if he really wanted to put his foot in the ground, he could have gotten into this point. But see that wash and that wall built? You have 3 guys on the backside for one reason. This guy's outside contained. This guy has to sit backside. This guy should have squeezed the gap. Again, great play call against man. I love the formation adjustment. I love the way they flowed this thing. I'm really proud of how this play worked. Okay, so we're going to show this play. This is the last play I really want to get. This is a fun one for me. I've circled Drew Aller, okay, because this is Prabula right here playing quarterback. This is basically 4 verticals, okay, but they run a switch concept between the tight end and the slot receiver. Basically, this guy's going to press, this guy's going to come underneath, and it's the same read as you saw with the scissors. We're just going to read that cat right there. This right here doesn't mean anything. They don't care about this. They know they're going to go forward. All he's reading is this guy right here. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that, okay? So look, these guys are going to go forward. That's not even a part of the play. Really what I think makes this play, when people understand, is he's reading the safety one-on-one, and he's going to do the same thing that he did with the scissors concept. That's all this is. I'm going to press this guy across his face. I'm going to run this hash line. If this guy sits and he flies over, I'm going to throw this route. If this guy sits on this, I'm going to throw this route. Don't overthink it. Football's not a complicated sport.